Welcome to the stream, everybody. So tonight we're working on, can you guess it? Did you read the stream title? Oh, game's lagging out. Wouldn't let me interact. Some of my audio settings also got reset before the stream as well. Like, for some reason, it keeps Windows... Man, why is Windows so bad at audio? It set my output device as my monitor speakers. I didn't even know my speaker had speakers. I didn't even know my speakers had a monitor. Bro, never use those. Set to 0, man. A re-gear station? What you're looking for in that situation right there is called a couple of dispensers, right? And then, so basically you do something like put one on the ground, put one, boom, 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 boom. You put that in there, and then when you walk out, you've got all your sets of armor in there, and then boom, and then yeah, auto applies. Super easy. Dispensers for the win. Bubbly, welcome as well. Wakeboard, hello there. Bedtime's way too early? My bedtime's way too late, to be fair. Thank you for subscribing for 7 months as well, by the way. Stone, welcome in for 51 months. Ooh, a button. Nerf boats with 40 damn HP. Bro, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Bro, if I could, man, there would be so many things that would change. Make tridents not fall down, first of all. Right, so tonight we're going to be working on, yet again, the OP wool farm. Whole farm. WHHHOOL. A wool farm. For the Minecraft. So to give you a little recap of how exactly these things work, we have a pretty good design from the last stream that we figured out. So this guy is going to go ahead and eat his vegetables real quick at some point. Why is there so many Endermen in this area? I do not understand it. Something is happening below us that's just spawning Endermen. It's like the 8th one we've seen in this area. He's a little bit slow. He's a little bit stubborn, but, you know, give him some time. Definitely don't speed up the game at all to make the point that he will eventually eat his greens. Come on. There you go. Yeah, it's kind of slow. Kind of silly. Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing. It's just droppers and dispensers, Kev. Same deal. That's all there is to it. Maybe a clock if you wanted to, like, throw a bunch of things in your inventory. Like a stack of something. But yeah, it's just droppers and dispensers. That's all it is. Yeah, so this is going to be sheared. So this guy's outside of the loaded area right now. We're going to be clocking the dispensers, which are inside the loaded area. Now, if we run this for a second, that should be working. There you go. It's going to be awfully fast, awfully quick. So you're going to stand here for really as long as you want. But it's better to not do it for too long. So now we go over here and we have bajillions of wool. I did forget to put down the thingy. So we didn't actually get that much wool out of the guy. My apologies. We have 2 wool out of the guy. That's unfortunate. My bad. Seems like we should have gotten more than that, right? Right? Interesting. Interesting. Now, this is a fairly decent little design that we have here. It's 3 wide, which is exactly the size that we need it to be in order for it to work effectively and have 16 different colors going across this entire area. So we'll probably build up like a permanent solution over there somewhere. It's also got 6 dispensers, which is pretty much, I think, the maximum that you're really going to get for this size and shape. Unless maybe we're able to, like, break the system and have a couple above the guy. That seems like you need a lot of very particular alignment to get 8 dispensers per guy. But that would technically speed him up. Can you go ahead and eat yourself some grass real quick, young sheep here? Young man, thank you. See, he was pretty quick that time. Okay, so now we put him down. And now I think he's lined up properly. So now we can go try this out again. Cooked! Welcome in. Okay, let's run that. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it can be used for quite a few mobs. Okay. Oh, yeah, see, there we go. Now we're talking. Look at all that. I think that was probably already full. But, like, Boom. Wool, everybody. Lots and lots of wool. Ah, man, they have not fixed full keyboard gameplay yet because Control Q still does not drop items out of your inventory. It's actually so dumb. You have to turn off full keyboard gameplay. I have the keybind exactly as they've ever been. But like 8 months ago, they broke full keyboard gameplay. So now you can't drop items out of your inventory just by pressing Q. It's the most annoying thing. I have so many complaints. So many complaints. Nobody's listening. I'm pretty sure Mojang blocked me at this point. Yeah, so in theory, this will work out great. I want to make a way for this to be smaller. Essentially, that's what I want to do. And also, we need to make sure this is like properly tileable and stuff like that. I don't really like how dumb it is, though. You know what I mean? You understand what I mean? It's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb. If we could get this sheep back to being like right here, that would be sweet. I think that would be like one of the most ideal things. Because I think we can like, let's get our thing out. Yeah, so I think we can rotate the boat to have it be facing like this direction. Maybe line it up on some walls or something, and that would probably solve all the issues. The only thing that we need to worry about is, again, feeding this guy. Feeding him is the biggest issue, because he needs to regrow that wool. It's not a one-use sheep. It's reusable. We're environmentally friendly with our sheepage. So let's try mocking up a new design real quick. I know I'm just kind of flying around everywhere, but what do you want? It's a live stream. Let's see. We have a little bit of room right here. We can fumble around with this. You know, I kind of want it to be right there, actually. Yes, we're gonna try and keep our 6 dispensers. We know that we need to keep this guy on either a grindstone, or no, it's gotta be the stone cutter, doesn't it? Yeah, it's gotta be the stone cutter. Because that's the only one that gives you the correct height when he's inside of a boat. Mild annoyance, but it is what it is. And now, what can we use to actually line up the boat right here? I'm hoping that a wall will work, but I don't actually know if that will. We might need to use something like a fence. Something like that. Yeah, the bed's the same height, but... Oh, look at that. That kind of works. Can you just, like, place that there? Is that actually legal? Can we just, like, actually place this right here? It kind of moves to the side. You see that? It's like glitching into the walls specifically. So maybe we should try and use a fence. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, man. I just work here. I don't even work here. I just hang out here, guys. I'm just loitering. I'm not even supposed to be here. I'm technically trespassing right now. You guys say trespassing? Like trespassing? Instead of trespassing? With like the hard E. Tress. How do I have hitboxes on? This is from the Canopy add-on for Bedrock, which is actually pretty sweet, not gonna lie. Kind of cool. I've been trying to get into using it a little bit more because it's got a great, like, catalog of pretty cool things. Now, I think we're gonna have to push up our dirt right here. Yeah, it's got a lot of really cool stuff. If you check out the most recent Redstone showcase, then you'll see kind of what I'm talking about when it comes to the coolness factor. Like trespassing, usually? Usually, so there is an exception. Yeah, that's right. You're not better than me. All the time. Just most of the time, you know. All right, we're using two torches here. Why are we using 2 torches? Oh, because we had it a block higher. Oh, do I need to be a block higher? Oh, I'm building this entire thing a block higher. Oops. Is that fine? Should we lower it down a block? I feel like we should probably lower it down a block. Just to keep it consistent. I don't know, man. Again, actually trespassing right now. You didn't invite me into your feeds. I just broke into your device. Also, I love these command macros for Bedrock right now. These are so nice. I don't know what prompted them to add command macros. Like, these aren't even on Java, but they're like so nice. I don't like, what did we do to deserve this? Legitimately. Who decided to add a good thing to Bedrock Edition? I have a complaint to file. Okay, so we do actually need to be a little bit higher. Excuse me? Can you put the block there? Thank you. Yeah, I do need to do a new stackable iron farm tutorial. It's true. It's true facts. We actually need this to be right here. But look at this. I can just delete all this stuff. It's great. Yeah, so now, how are we going to get the water to flow out of here? That is the big question that I'm sure you weren't asking yourself, because you're not the one designing this. But I think it's pretty easy. So we should just be able to bring a block along right here, maybe just like a slab of jab or something like that. And then, you know what? We might actually be able to have both of these be slabs. I wonder if those fences are going to stop the boat. You think they'll stop the boat from going underneath it? They do not. You were wrong. I didn't give you a chance to answer, but you're still wrong. Yeah, so this will just kind of flow out the side right here. Where do you stack iron farm win? Never. Okay, will that work? That is the question. Will it work? You guys remember that series? Oh my god, that's a deep cut right there. Look at that, he just got in there. Okay, so he's in front of both dispensers, so that's a good sign. That is a good sign. We could even maybe turn him around. That might be the better way to do it. Sorry, Sheepy, I did just kind of murder him. Interesting. So the boat fell out that time, but it didn't fall out that time? Interesting. Sir, get in the boat. Get into the boat. Thank you. Yeah, so I want to stop items from falling on this right here. That's actually really important. I mean, I guess just having a block right there would fix it. But if we can stop that, that'd be great, because I can't have any trapdoors or anything right there. Because, again, this needs to be, like, grass later on. Okay, that still works. Oh, my age. Will It Work was, old series of mine that I did. Maybe it shares this name with another series. I don't know. But basically, I was trying to convert Java Redstone to Bedrock, and then I made like 2 episodes. I was like, bro, stuff don't work. I got the answer. It don't work. Actually, no, it does not work. Right then, so let's go ahead and see if this will work. Is it up right now? It's not up. Okay, good. Yeah, so we're gonna have some items probably fall out like right here, but that's fine. We can work with that. Crystal, welcome in. How's it going? So yeah, please don't spam the chat. Thank you. Appreciate you. Does the sheep still refuse to eat? No, we fixed it. This one right here is a perfectly working one, but I don't like how big it is. It's kind of stupid looking. So we're gonna do something different. Okay, we're gonna do something a little bit different, and I think we're just gonna do like this. And then this is quite a bit smaller. It's the same size actually, but it looks less dumb, and that counts for something in this economy. I think. I have to get back to you on that one. We are going to have possibly the dumbest redstone line ever going over it, though. That's fine. Please don't worry about that. 1, wait, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ah, it's too long. Burn down the whole thing. Okay. So that should work, right? Hold up. Yeah, that works. Okay. And also, yeah, see, we had some land right there. That's actually fine, because we can just drop that down into another water stream or something. That's not a big deal. That's the least big deal that's ever big dealed. So that's cool. That's great. Glad we worked that one out. Now we do need to test if the sheep will actually eat. Will you eat? I have to turn the sheep around. I don't know. Oh, he eats. Yo, look at that. Am I learning how to do this? Or is this guy just being nice to me? Time will tell. Let's go ahead and turn on the thing. And speed up the game a little bit and see what exactly happens. I put the block back down, didn't I? Sheep okay? Sheep's okay, yeah. You can name him if you want. What's a good sheep name, everybody? So the cat is in here. He is currently sleeping on my feet. That's probably... Oh my god, this was on 5 times speed. I got distracted reading chat. That was a few items. Okay! Okay, everybody! Let's go. Okay, so we are losing some items right here. Not quite ideal. There's probably an easy way to fix that, though. I mean, you know, we're losing 0.5% of infinity right now, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, let's see. 3, 6, 9. You know what? These are actually restocking. It's a lot. You know, you don't need to know. it's a lot more than I. Oh, there's more. No, wait. It's an infinity percent. Yeah, it's a lot. It's good. It's a good wool farm. That's all you need to know. Oh, there's more right here. We can just break that out. Bro, what is happening? This is great. Yeah, check that out. A lot of items right there. Kind of looks like cool blocks. That's just how cool they are. Eh? Eh? Yeah. So I think we're gonna... Let's try this and see if items still land right there. If not, then maybe we'll use like a shelf or something. We need to make sure that he can still eat. Will he eat? Yeah, using the grass, the dry grass is so much better than the green grass, the grass block. Oh my god, it's so much better, man. Oh no, so you don't collect any items until you load the chunk. We're gonna put it on a timer. Will the sheep eat? Yeah, we're just gonna put it on like a 1-minute timer or 5-minute timer. 5-minute timer is a bad idea. 1-minute timer will be fine though. That's fine. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Hey, he eats. Sometimes you just gotta really wait, man. They are ugh. They're stupid. How are we doing on shears? We have a serious deficit. I'm never gonna stop doing the serious pun. It's a good pun, man. Good pun. You know it. All of these are on like 1 durability. What's happening? They evenly distributed the durability, the damage. I mean, technically, this thing will stop after a while because all your shears will break. At that point, you have like 12 billion items in your world. There's also no quick and easy way to get rid of these items, by the way. They will just lag out your world. Did we put them back down? We did not put them back down. That's really important. You gotta remember to put them back down. We should install a safety switch so that you have to put down the block in order to turn on the farm. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Let's put it on 5 times game speed real quick. Listen to some Ed Sheeran. Oh, seriously good? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're just here to see if any items land where they shouldn't. Yeah, some items are still landing where they shouldn't. Oh, because this thing is... Oh. Interesting. Okay, we'll have to use a shelf right there so it doesn't get powered. A lot of wool, though. Yeah, let's try using a shelf. Shelves are cool, man. Everybody likes a good shelf. Okay, so you're not gonna let me place that there, which means that you have to die. Sorry, I'll make the rules, man. That's just how it goes. And then let's actually shear the guy and make sure that he still eats, because I think the hitboxes of, like, if there's something else inside their hitbox that could affect if they eat or not. I think. Not confirmed, but it kind of feels like it from the other designs that we've had. But this isn't technically inside of his hitbox yet. So the jury is still out. how we're speeding up the game. We're using Cheat Engine. It's not something I would recommend because it's kind of super sus. Yeah, you probably shouldn't download it, but it does kind of work. Okay, that appears to have worked actually. We have no items right here, which is exactly what we want. All the items landed down here. That is a lot of wool. We should run this again just to make sure that everything's good. The old method of unloading chunks is working good. I mean, you just walk away from the chunk and it unloads, right? Am I wrong? Sheep can eat grass through honey? Is that like a grass block or a dry grass? Because we're using the dry grass here, because that is just genuinely so much better. I mean, that would be pretty convenient too. If we didn't have to have this guy in a boat, that'd be sweet. But having them in some sort of boat does kind of help keep them aligned properly. Kind of doubt that. But what about like a slab? Oh, apparently not. I kind of doubt it. I mean, they could probably eat like through the corner. So if we continue this test out as far as we can take it, we can probably have like this. Like this will probably work. Probably. You have a question? Ask the question. You ain't gotta ask to ask. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they should eat either way. They don't really care if they have wool or not. They just kind of eat all the time. We're gonna speed this up. Testing commence! We don't have a control. Okay, this is our control. If he eats, but none of the other ones do, then we know stuff's going down. Yeah, okay, so he still eats. I kind of feel like none of those guys eat. But I mean, we'll leave them there. If one of them gets their wool someday, then we know. We know. Right. So this is actually kind of nice. Let's see. Button. Do we want to do a button there? Because the water flows out, right? I have a feeling that the fence might help guide some of those items down, but it's pretty low. All the items should be pretty high up there. Maybe he's a less picky sheep. From my experience, there's no such thing. They're all equally picky. They're just bad people. I mean, can't we just like bring it out like this? Is that fine? Like that's fine, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine. Then they all just go into the corner. Okay, yeah. So yeah, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Let's all go right there, and then we can just do like a wall or a button or really whatever, because then all the items should just fall right there. And now I do want to test this again to make sure that no items are falling right here. I really want to make sure there's no loss with this, because a little bit of loss is like a billion items when it comes to these designs. But I have a feeling that this one is better than this one. I mean, if you just look at the two. Just look at the two. I mean, this one just seems stupid, right? It just looks... It looks stupid to me. Whereas this one is, like, nice and compact. That's just what I gotta say about it. I mean... Just looks nice and compact, man. That's a bad joke. Bad joke. That's why you're here. If you didn't like bad jokes, you would have left, like, years ago. You can't complain! This is self-inflicted! Bad jokes. Get out of here. Yeah, please don't repeat yourselves or spam in the chat. Thank you. With that for a sound pack. No! I fell for it! I can still leave now. It's true. It's true. I gotta be careful. Gotta watch myself. I should be a bit more sheepish. A bit more sheepish with my jokes. Yeah, okay, so I'm fairly confident that there's like basically no loss, especially when the amount of items that we're farming looks like this. Sorry guys, I'm trying to ram through as many sheep jokes as I can get. Get it? Sheeps and ram? Eh? Okay, so that's a full inventory. We'll just do a clear on that. I don't want to drop all that out. That's another full inventory. Exactly? No, we're like almost exactly 2 full inventories. There's 53 right here. Okay. So, pop quiz. What is that in numbers? Just out of curiosity, this isn't a rate test or anything, but 9 times 64. Okay, and then we're going to times that by 8. That was 4,600 wool right there. 10 times 64. Yep, 9 across, 8 tall. Yeah. It was at least more than 1. Yeah. It's true. Okay. I mean, why do we have a birch fence? Get out of here. Get out of here. Psh, birch. Nobody wants that garbage. What else can we do to improve this? Accepting all suggestions. We do need to make sure that this guy is getting sheared by the lower dispensers. Wow, he ate he ate the thing within like 3 seconds. Incredible job. Interesting. He's not getting sheared by the low ones. So all that wool that we just got, that was only from 4 dispensers, not 6. So technically you should add another, what, 50% of that? Why is he not getting sheared by the low ones? Is it because the boat's being stupid, or like... What's happening? This guy gets sheared by the low ones, doesn't he? Am I stupid? Did I do an oopsie whoopsie? Did I do an oopsie whoopsie? No? That guy gets sheared by it. Okay. So something about this is oopsie. Let's go ahead and put the boat in there, but we're going to use another shelf right here to help align it. We're getting back to the tons of shelves. No. No, please stop. No bad. Hey, wait a second. You're not supposed to do that. Hold up. Hold up just a minute. Okay. You're not supposed to do that. How are you doing that? Stop. Stop. You have violated the law. I'm not understanding what's happening here anymore. Okay, it's floating on the block. It's not actually in the water. I see. It's inside of the dispenser. I see. Okay, well, shoot, no. And we do need the fence right there, then. We need multiple fences? What's happening? Yeah, we need to be... So we need the height of the stone cutter. That's important. We know that. We need the water, of course, to get the items out of here. We can't have a water source right there because we're pushing this one up, right? We know that. These are all givens. But now we need a way to lock the boat in place without using leads while the water is pushing it out of there. So how do that? We could use a fence right here. That lets it go a little bit way too far over. Is it too far over? That feels too far over. No, hopper minecart. Did you? Yeah, we got 8,000. We got 4,000 items from the last harvest of this thing. No, hopper minecart will never work. I'm sorry. No. Is that right? That looks like it's pretty low. Having to place this in a specific way seems annoying, though. Okay, I guess if you just place it, like, on the blade, I guess that kind of works. Because now it's not in a block. Now it's, like, sunk down. And it's pushing into that corner. Now, I think if we put a thing right there, that would actually align it up. See, now it just wants to go out that way, though. Okay, so now we do that. And now we can break that out. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I think we need the alignment right here of the shelf to stop the items from ending up out over there. But not necessarily. So the hitbox of the belt last time was right here on the edge of the block, and we didn't have any items getting out because of this shelf. So we might be able to get rid of, like, basically all of this. We do need this one right here, though, and that is to... Ooh, that's going to be a problem, though. Yeah, we need this one right here because it's got to lock the boat in place. But that's going to mean that there's items stuck right here. Yeah, we're going to have a ton of items piling up right here. Interesting. Waterlog rail and minecart. That could work. Something we haven't actually tried yet. Well, the thing about that is that it's going to be limited to 4 dispensers. Probably. We can try it real quick. Which one of these is the sheeriest dispenser? It's this one. Okay. So the issue with using minecart and rail, right, is it would technically work. However, we're trying to get 6 dispensers per sheep. So if the bottom one of this doesn't shear, which it doesn't, then it's kind of like, well, you're giving up a third of your dispensers. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Harry Shearer? That's pretty bad. I love it. Harry Potter? Oh, Harry like this. Ooh. Shearer. Shearer? Just Shearer. Which one are we naming? I don't want to do any of these ones. We're gonna kill all these guys. Let's name this one. Harry Shearer. That's bad. That doesn't really do anything either. Yeah, so we need to redirect this water flow. Phoenix, thank you for the biddies! Let's see if we can't do this. I don't think that's gonna be good enough. Unless we can get away with just doing the fence on that part. Is it still good? Get out of here, though? Ooh, it's caught by, like, the skin of its teeth. So this one doesn't matter. Okay. So that's actually fine. Yeah, okay. So we can do that. Okay, so that solves our item collection issue. Because now they're just going to drop out right there as well. So that's actually perfectly fine. I would be happy with that. We can pile up some fences right here just to help collect those items. And then drop ourselves a sheep in there. Get into lay boat. That would be cool if you got into the boat. Get him into the boat on this side, maybe? There we go. I kind of did that at the beginning of the stream. Basically, these guys are in unloaded chunks, so the dispensers don't realize that they've sheared the sheep. So they just keep shearing the sheep like 1,000 times until you get like infinite wool per sheep. And the only real bottleneck is that you need to load the chunks for the items to be collected. But that's like no big deal. I don't have any way to see how long people have been subbed for. Yeah, it's not something I have the power to see, I don't think. You should be able to, I think there's a website that can tell you that, though. Pretty sure. Okay, so now I think we're kind of good. Let's go ahead and shear this guy, though. He does get sheared by the bottom dispensers. Okay, that's mission critical. We're gonna try and feed him. Make sure that he actually can eat. That's another important one. We might have to flip him 180. See, now his hitbox is inside of that shelf. Which is kind of not great, but maybe we can use a trapdoor right there. I think we did that before, though, and it didn't really work. Also, we need this boat to also fall back down when we do the lever down there. So hopefully the boat isn't broken from here on. Yeah, the Spencer's loaded, but the sheep aren't. Yeah, it's really easy in theory. He's not eating, guys. I think he just doesn't like me. The trapdoor did flip up. Yeah, we'd have to... Oh, he eats! Okay. Yeah, we'd have to power the trapdoor if we wanted it there. No, see, now the boat gets stuck! Oh! Okay. I think it's stuck right there. Oh, that's so annoying. We like give it a little nudge. Does it fall down? No, it's stuck levitating on something. What's it stuck on? I think it's just... No? I couldn't tell you. It's stuck on the fences? It's levitating somehow. Oh, maybe it's still in the dispensers. Oh, yeah, no, it is. Shoot. So we need... I think we need to use trapdoors on the front of this. Or... Hold up, what was the other option? The other option was like a chain. See, the hitbox is right on the fences right there. We need to go, like, literally a pixel over. I won't be able to do any of this without, without the add-on. Okay, let's try resetting the boat. Okay, see, it drops back down. That's what we need. We need it to drop back down. Okay, I think that might just do it, everybody. That might just do it. And now you can actually, like, get in here as well. So that's kind of a bonus. Okay, then. Giant sugarcane farm or a bone meal one? Well, if you have a fish farm or another source of bone meal, go for that. Just do bone meal, honestly. A little quick bone meal one is all you really need. Because how many rockets do you really need, right? One bone meal into 2 sugar canes? Super easy. You might be able to get this on mobile. Canopy. Getting it on consoles is going to be a pain, though. Right. So, I think in theory... Yeah, in theory, we're good to go. Let's make sure he eats again. Gotta eat your vegetables. Gotta make some airplane noises. Vroom, vroom. That's what the airplanes sound like, right? Vroom, vroom. Chugga, chugga, choo, choo. Eat the little airplane with the little bits of grass on it. Come on, sheepy. There you go. You just gotta make airplane, train, car noises. Okay. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. So, we kind of fixed that little issue. And he still eats! Brilliant! Ezra, welcome in. Bedrock's still broken. Minecraft in general is always kind of broken. Software in general kind of is. We're hoping that there's no item loss on this. That's a big deal right now. How do you make this farm? Well, we're still designing it, so there's not an answer to that question. Because I don't know yet. Doesn't even exist yet, to be fair. No lost items? Yo, no lost items. Plenty of items over here, though? Is that plenty of items? We fed the guy, right? Oh, yeah, no, it's plenty of items. Okay, it's hard to tell. And they're all stacked up like that. 11 items up there. Oh, so much loss. Okay. Well, we'll just put some glass right here, and then, yeah. That's pretty easy. I mean, shoot. What else can we improve on it, guys? I mean, maybe we can try getting rid of the shelf, but I feel like that's kind of important bit of technology right there. Yeah, shelves are technology, man. Imagine a world without shelves, bro. Everything in the grocery store just on the floor. It would be just like on a table. That's it. You think Walmart's giant now, bro? Imagine Walmart, but there's no shelves, just tables. How would I display all my Legos without shelves? Important technology, I'm telling you. Underappreciated. Yeah, basically a farmer's market, yeah. What's the command block doing? Nothing. Those are for the previous thing that we did here. This was marking out where mobs get spawned when they changed mob spawning like 20 updates ago. Okay, this appears to be working. Lots of wool, some more wool. Let's go ahead and throw away all this wool. Some more wool, 18. Psh, get out of here. And yeah, see, there was a little bit of loss. Yeah, okay, so the shelf is important technology. Sorry, sheep, you gotta die. So I can put a shelf in there. Kinda gotta load them in from this side. Guess we don't need a block right there. Are we done? I mean, kind of feels like we're done. Excuse me. Goodbye. Right, so I think this is going to be our module. Any objections? I mean, it feels like it's pretty good. All the items did land in the hole, didn't they? There was none on, like, the edges. I didn't notice any. I wasn't really looking, though. This seems pretty good. Main blocks of leftovers? Yeah, I mean, this area is, like, from 4 years ago, maybe. When they added the despawning to Bedrock. Maybe longer than that. I mean, I don't... These command blocks haven't even been updated. These have the old commands in them. What do these do? Kill at eat. Yeah, that's not helpful. This is, yeah, this is just marking where mobs spawn. And then, oh, this was for the spheres, set block ones. Yeah, what does this one do? Oh, that was just freezing mobs in place. Interesting. You know what? Real quick, while we're on the topic. Game mode spectator. I thought this area was broken. Why is there so many Endermen if it's not broken? It's just normal terrain. I pasted all the stuff in here before I loaded the chunks. Yeah, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Yeah, I pasted it in here without loading the chunks, and that means that you get void chunks. Like this. Yeah, this is what it should all look like. I don't know why the rest of it's not like this. It's just normal terrain. Did they fix it? They must have fixed it. Because I don't think I loaded any of this. I was just like, I'm pasting it somewhere in the world, because I stole this from a super flat world that I have. I wanted chunk markers in this world, and apparently, it's fine. Okay, well, I mean, that's good, I guess. Yeah, I've never actually built anything over here before. I kind of built that little area over there. This was for the mob switch tutorial. Kind of seemed relevant. I need to technically add the markers for 6 and 10. Because that's supposed to be the Sim 6 markers going all the way around. That's supposed to be the Sim 10. But yeah, this is the difference between Sim 12 and Sim 4. Just after there. It's quite a bit more. It's like a significant amount more area. Okay, these guys are definitely not eating. But, oh, this guy got out of the boat. Interesting. Harry Shearer is now out of the boat. He's escaped containment. Right, we're going to wire this thing up real quick. We need to install the water streams, we need to install the redstone, and we need to install the hopper line. We kind of already figured all this out for this design over here. This is one that I was thinking was darn near completion. But I mean, yeah, this one's way worse looking. I just don't like it at all. It just looks worser. It looks worser, guys. What can I say? Okay, this one. Yeah, yeah, it just looks worser. What can I say? Sorry, Jeb. Also, it's not polite to scream like that. Jeez. Hoppers is pointing down. You know what? I'm glad you caught that. That was there just for you to notice. Wanted to make sure you had something to look forward to tonight. I have something to spot tonight. Not the first one. The first one is not what I meant to say. Jeb's gonna be okay. I don't know. He might need some therapy. Jeb might need some therapy. Someone chat's always gonna notice. That's true. Right. So all the items. Did you guys confirm that all the items fell right here where they should? I don't know if y'all confirmed that for me. We're gonna run this thing one more time. And see if any items land where they shouldn't. Making mistakes so we feel valuable. Yeah. I don't often, actually. I don't think I ever like purposely make a mistake just for you guys to call me out on it. Okay, yeah, they all fall literally right there. That's great. That's great. Poor Jeb. I mean, when was the last time anyone checked on Jeb? I'm pretty sure Lady Agnes bullies him constantly. How else do you explain Jeb feeling so shy every time there's a Minecraft Live? Prove it. Pretty sure it's workplace harassment, guys. Should we bother putting a hopper on top of this so you can restock the bone meal? I don't think it's worth it. You, like, 9 stacks of bone meal is gonna last so long in here. Strawberry shortcake with Denny's syrup? That's, it actually does. No, you're right, though. It absolutely does eat these, uh, what was it? Like strawberry shortcake with Denny's syrup. It does. That's pretty accurate. It does eat a lot of shears, and that's why we're gonna put a restock system on it. Should I be going to Denny's? Am I missing out on something, guys? I feel like I'm missing out on something. I mean, Denny's is pretty good. I have memories as a kid of going to Denny's. They had like these weird like plastic like ring toy things that had like little ways that you could like interconnect them. You guys remember that? They were weird. Yeah, so we're gonna put a minecart rail line above this, and then auto crafter, and that's just gonna go back and forth restocking shears for you. I think that's pretty important. What? This thing can't hold 54. Oh no, there's 6 entire dispensers. No, it can hold a full double chest of shears. Dang! Dang, bro. Okay, Harry Shearer, stay over there! I see a random sheep walking around, I get the instincts to punch it. Gotta... There we go. Gotta get those feelings out somehow. Sounds like diabetes. I mean, it sounds pretty good, though. I think it might be worth it. Might be worth it. Okay, are we done here? What about, okay, what is the goal right now? The goal is copy this, paste it 16 times, see how it works. Also, I want to get a system going for the redstone. So these are going to be 3 wide, right? Ooh. Redstone should probably be on this side if it's going to be 3 wide. Just putting that out there. Trying to be a smarty pants. Okay. Yeah, so this leaves this side right here completely free because this is where the next grass is going to be going. Yeah. And we should probably check that no items land right there. Put a block above here because that's kind of going to be necessary. Yeah, that seems like a good test to run real quick. Is the thing down? The thing's down. Okay. Move on over here. Light them up. Ready to run. Is this illegal in Derptopia? I actually don't know. Is it not, honey? Because I think we carved out an exception for using bugs, but like only certain bugs. I gave it the blessing. Okay, well, okay. I mean, I don't really care. It's wool, right? I mean, what are you gonna do with like a billion wool? Okay, so we're having some land right there, and I mean, oh, because the thing is up. What is? Am I stupid? I'm stupid. I swear I checked the thing was down. Pretty sure. That's why we need a safety switch on this thing. Gotta wire that up. That should be pretty easy though. I think the safety switch can literally just be like... Well, this is gonna shear the guy probably. No, because that can be the safety switch. We also want this to be... Yeah, see, that'll shear him. That'll edge shear him. We can probably just put a block right there, and that would stop all the things from falling on the edges. Okay. What? He ate instantly? Illegal. I do stream. We try to stream 4 times a week. Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern, like UK, early Australian time. You caught all that, right? Just follow for stream notifications. Join our Discord server, discord.gg/silentwhisper. Get all the stream notifications. Did it actually ping for the stream, by the way? You guys didn't yell at me that it didn't. So I'm assuming that it did. I don't even have Discord open. Did it ping for the stream? It pinged for the stream. I have a ping. I have a ping. It did. Okay. It worked. Illegal. Do still buying Lego Star Wars? Prices are getting insane. Indeed, yes. Thank you for your contribution to the Lego Fund. I did just happen to send someone $666.66 specifically because I could. For a Lego AT-AT, the UCS version, it's big. It's like 7,000 pieces. I've been trying to buy this from Creeper for like for a long time. It's been like months of negotiating over here. But yeah. Now I'll have the really big AT-AT. I kind of want to get like the really small AT-AT that they just released, and then I'll have 3 different sizes. And then I'll get like a teeny tiny one that's like an inch tall. And then I'll have like 4 generations of AT-AT. Anyway, you don't care. But thank you so much for the super chat. That is gonna go directly to funding my addictions. Okay, we're gonna run this again. Rebuilt? Oh no, no, it's torn apart. That's going to a PO box and then getting reshipped. So I'll have it like in a week. I'm a little tugboat that tries. What? Tugging along your Minecraft worlds into the modern day revolution of technology. Am I right? Okay, that's a good sign. No, okay, that works. That's good. We're gonna go ahead and I think we can break out like half of these. But you really only need ice at the end of them. Oh man, that used a lot of shears. We should restock this. See how many shears it uses per go about it. So we got to get rid of this. How are we gonna fix that? Is that as simple as adding another shelf right there? We could technically add a lower shelf too if we really needed to. Like this one right here would work. We're getting awfully close to the original build now. The original build was this one. So maybe shelves are just goated, man. They might just be great. I think all of these, all the good ones use shelves, yeah. This is a good one that I like that uses shelves. This uses shelves. This can use shelves. Let's try just one at the top, and we'll see how it goes. And I'm pretty sure we need these upper chains right here, although, yeah, we can't have a block right there. Won't let me. Yeah, so then that just stops the items from landing on top of the other chain. And then do we need those ones? I guess we don't really need those back ones. Okay. Great, I just saved you guys 2 chains! Alright, let's go ahead and make sure this guy eats. Eat your vegetables. Gotta get your fiber. There you go. I didn't even have to do the airplane noises. Alright, so we're missing 2 shears from that row. We're gonna run this for 1 minute, everybody. Let's do a proper 1 minute test of this real quick. Like, I'm gonna get out the actual clock. I'm not gonna speed up the game or anything. Get the actual stopwatch timer out. And boom. Technically, there's a little bit of delay on this, but that's gonna apply to turning off as well. Sheep farm. I would, if only that would get views. I'm probably gonna be like, what's the title? I'm so far away from thinking about a title for this right now. Title is usually the last thing I ever do. Well, thumbnail too. Title and thumbnail. Normally you're supposed to have the title and thumbnail first, but when you're doing a tutorial, it's just like, I already know what the build is. I just need to advertise it, right? I don't know. New fast wolf farm tutorial. Minecraft, something like that. Yeah, you'll see it when you see it. Something clickbait, but not too clickbait. You know, like you find a little line right there. Little sliver of an area that I like to live in. Okay, we're at 56 seconds, everybody. Yay, and 60. Okay, let's see how bad that was. Still having items from land right here. What am I throwing away? What am I throwing away? Trapdoor. We're not using that anymore. Okay, full inventory number 1. And a few. Okay, let's get out the calculator for that. So that would be 2,300. Let's see. This is 9, 10, 11. That's exactly 11 stacks. Really? Really? Exactly 11 stacks? And there's no loss up there anymore, by the way. So we fixed that. Shelves for the win. Shelves are great. Exactly 11 stacks. That feels too perfect. Something's wrong. 64 times 11. What do you mean invalid input? I just copied you from the calculator. It was plus 2300. 2304. Okay, so that was 3008 wool that we just got per minute. So that's pretty good. That's pretty okay. I've seen better. 3008 wool. That didn't break any shears on this run either. Interesting, these 5 are still brand new. Alright, let's go ahead and make this guy eat real quick. He's eating pretty quick now, that's good. These lower ones are still working, aren't they? Oh, you know what? No, this lower one right here is actually not... That's not an accurate rate test. No, because one of our dispensers was not firing. Yeah, that's not an accurate rate test. That's why this one still has so many new shears in it. Yeah, only this lower one was firing. So we had 5 out of 6 firing. Hold up. What was that? It was 3,400? Was that it? 3,400. So we divide this by 5. So that's 680 wool per dispenser. So in theory, that was 3,400 plus 600. That's, what? Calculator? That was about 4,000 per minute. Okay. Ish. I mean, obviously we'll do that again, but for your general ideas, it's around 4,000 a minute. And then we're gonna have 16 of these? Hold up. Where's my calc? I keep closing the calculator. I should just leave this thing open. So 4 times 16. That's a lot. That's 64,000 wool a minute? No. Maybe? Times 60? 3.84 million wool an hour. I've seen better. That's pretty okay. Obviously you gotta come out here and let the guys regrow. So even half of that, we're gonna assume that you spend a minute over here for every minute that you run the farm. So we're gonna say, you know, the small number, 1.9 million wool an hour. Small, not even really, like, perceptible. I mean, you know, who hasn't misplaced almost 2 million wool in their day? Nah, it's, you know, chump change, man. Rookie numbers, gotta pump those numbers up. Right, let's go ahead and... Let's see. Okay, wool farm 1. Oh, I accidentally did that a little bit too big. Boop, there we go. We're actually gonna make this a 3 wide. Yeah, it's an okay wool farm. Eh, I've seen better. Nothing to go bragging about. You're 2 obsidian short for the new gold farm? Oh, you could just mine the corners. Yeah, steal those corner obsidians. Yeah, so now it's banned from the fan servers. 240,000 wool an hour per sheep, bro. That's like, you see, the problem with the 1 minute test times 60 is that you cannot run this for 60 minutes straight. You have to come over here and load the chunks, let those items drain out of the chunk, and then you also have to let this guy regrow the wool as well. You know what the good idea would be? Is when this clock is off, we should have the piston go up. That would be the good idea. Yeah, I mean, this is also just for 16 sheep. You could have sheep along the entirety of the entire, like, perimeter. I mean, you could get hundreds of sheep. You could get at least 64 sheep. Plus, 16, 32, 64. What was that, 64? So 128 plus another 64. Quick, math nerds. 128 plus 64. You could get 192 sheep around this perimeter. And then, you know, guys, we're thinking one dimension here. Or two dimensions. You know, you could stack these things up to build height and build limit. How tall is this? One. Okay, we gotta assume the bottom ice layer. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna assume this is layer 9 right here. Okay, hold up. How many can you stack vertically? I'm gonna let you guys do the math for that. How many of these can we stack vertically from Bedrock Y5 to 320? Get back to me on that. I want those numbers on my desk by tomorrow morning. Oh, I didn't make this tall enough, actually. A lot. 5 billion. I'm overdoing the sheep. No, sheep like it. More than... Don't be 60. No, 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 no. You know what? We're gonna make this 4, actually. I don't want that water pouring out. Probably 67 instead, yeah. Okay, we're gonna rotate this thing 90 degrees. Oh, we gotta do it load. 35? Is that it? Chat, I'm having a bunch of people throwing out numbers and none of those numbers match. None of those numbers match. So what was it? 240,000 wool per hour per sheep. And we can have 192 sheep per layer. So that's 240,000 times 192. Okay, we're at 46 million wool an hour right now. If you surrounded the entire perimeter. If you surrounded the entire perimeter. Let's see. We need to rotate this. Is this right? No. No, it is not. What are you thinking? Bad. 180? I don't even know what's happening here anymore. I think everything about this is wrong and we should be ashamed. Oh, whoops. 270. 270s. That's the number. 270, but a block forward right here. Okay, great. We need to just delete everything. Uninstall Minecraft. Do the math. Is 42 farms total. Okay, so we're just gonna assume that that's right. So 42 farms. Stack that up. That is now 1.9 billion wool an hour. Yeah, it's 1,935,360,000 wool an hour. But you know, we need to be reasonable about this, guys. We need to be reasonable about this. We're gonna divide it by 2. Assume that you are loading the farm for only half the time. I'm not an unreasonable person. Yeah, so now that's 967,680,000 wool an hour. That's pretty reasonable. There's my clickbait title. Yeah, 1 billion wool an hour. Can I just say infinite? Like, as much wool as you want. That's what you get. Now do the math for that on Sim 12. Yeah, do the math for that on Sim 12. Okay, that looks like it's lined up. Okay, so we're gonna run this one. Right, that's on the 4th block. Okay, my bad. Excuse me while I was trying to figure out how to build the farm. Yeah, I don't think your Minecraft would really like that. I kind of want to see someone do it, though. I think that'd be cool. Kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Okay, so this in theory should be everything that we need to load in the farm. Oh wait, you know what? I want to actually modify that redstone before we load this in. S16? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's outside the sim distance. Oh no, that's fine, because that's the extra external wall. That's fine. My most recent raid farm still works. Okay, we're going to... This is going to be your input right here from your redstone clock. So this is how you can turn on and off your build. And then this redstone should really be reversed. So how can we go about doing that? Don't need the lever there. What's been of the new versions? New features? New bug fixes? That's pretty much, yeah, yeah. New features, new bug fixes. That's really the benefit of like any Minecraft update ever. So yeah. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a mock-up right here, right quick. Right quick, mate! And, sorry, guys. Oh, it's powering the shelves! Hilarious. Hilarious. I just wanted to hear what it sounded like, okay? I'm sorry! Yeah, you'll need a stacked raid farm for that, which are much more difficult and complicated to build. But chances are a normal raid farm is really all you need, to be honest. If you're a normal player. So I want to get some redstone out of this that is only going to extend that piston when this build is off. That's still clocking. Interesting. Interesting. I need a couple repeaters. Yeah, how would we go about doing this? I mean, would a piston be extending too often? Yeah. So we can't use like piston and a block. What can I work with here? We need to turn a comparator clock signal into a full signal. Dang, bro. That still turns off. No! Okay, this one... No, that still turns off, too. You know, technically it's outside loaded chunks. We can use that to our advantage. Ooh, actually, that makes it more complicated. I think it has to be on its own switch. Please don't spam the chat, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's gonna need its own switch. Yeah, even with this, yeah, please ignore that garbage. That garbage was garbage. Right. Yeah, it's gonna need its own switch. Because it's gonna be an unloaded chunk. So even if we were to turn this on, the redstone wouldn't update for that to go down. Yeah, so we have to drop these down while the chunks are loaded. So we have to like come over here. Yeah. Anyway, good thing we figured that out before spending too much time on it. Sometimes doing a thinking is helpful. Right. We also need to put this. Okay, that's still back there. So we'll get the farm installed, and then we will go ahead and wire up the switches and that kind of stuff. How about that? That sounds like a good idea. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Now that torch was another thing. Oh, I guess we have this one. Yeah, see, it's just this right here. We don't actually need this anymore. Get rid of that. We got a super chat. Thank you, James. Much appreciated. Structure file. Yeah, with the tutorials, that's just kind of how it should be, right? I mean, you should be pausing to look at the build and then building and then unpausing and then going and I mean that's how I've always followed tutorials, to be fair. There is actually a structure file, so I do early previews of most every build that I have in the Discord server. So supporters, channel members, and patrons, and Twitch subs and the like get access to that back channel, the super spoilers, and then they get all the things like that. Is this one still right? This one's still right. We have 2 sheeps in there now. Can you stack up the sheep? Is that... I don't think the stacking of the sheeps matters. Like, I don't think that would help us with the build, with the rates, with the insanity. Yeah, so the problem that we're going to have is that all these redstone lines are connected, which is mildly unfortunate. But we can figure it out. How did I mess that up? Well, guess we'll just nuke everything I built. I thought I double-checked that. I'm gonna have 2 sheep in it. Okay, let's also go ahead and regrow the wool on this guy as well. I don't want to have to regrow them all while they're over there. Okay, try it again. Gotta save this again, though. My bad. Save it. Boom. Okay, now we have all these messes happening. So... I think they were lined up on this, but... that's not actually lined up properly. Yeah, that's a block back. What's happening? Is it like this one, then? No, they're still broken. What's happening, bro? I'm so bad at this. Okay, that should do it. Yeah, okay. Except that This is actually over by a block as well? Yeah, this needs to be a block in, like this, right here. And then we need to figure out these combined redstone lines, too. That's actually pretty important. Because we don't want these... We want each one of these to be individually toggleable, right? That seems important to me. I feel like that's important. You think that's important? I think that's important. Something like this. Hopefully that's right. There's a ton of different ways to find chunk borders. I made a whole video on it a few years ago. It's really not too difficult. You can use your coordinates. You can use all kinds of different things. Chunk base. It's just another version of coordinates. I like the chunk base method. I can never figure out math. Math and numbers. Who likes it? Okay, so if we load in another one of these right now. See, the issue is that these redstone lines at the top connect, which you don't really want to happen. Which is why we have this right here, so that when we're clocking the main redstone line, which is going to power all these repeaters, it's only going to power the one redstone line. But then they go up and they combine. So we're like, well, what's happening? So right now we are going to be missing out on this dispenser being powered. Which is, I mean, the best way to power that is going to be from above. So we need to find out another way to power it from above. Kind of silly. So we can't have this right here. Interesting. Interesting. So keep in mind that we're going to be having a rail line go across this at some point as well. So technically, it's going to be like this, probably. Interesting. Yeah, we can't just put a block there, because that would sever both of them. Unless we go, like, over top of it, I mean. But then we can't have a solid block right here, because then we're still going to be missing power on that one. So we would have to go over top of it. Yeah, the dried grass is the way to go for regrowing sheep wool. Genuinely the best way to go. Yeah, we would have to hard power this block right here. But to do that, you would need to do a repeater, but then that breaks the line. Unless we did an observer, but then, like, you're getting into territory where it's like, okay, how do you power the observer now? Because we need to keep this rail line in place. Unless we can... Well, no, because there's only one block between the builds. Okay, let's think about that idea, because we can move this right here. So now we have a little bit of room to play with. Whoops, I did my wrong command. Interesting. Okay, that would power all of them except for the top right one right here. So you'd have to get this higher up. Like this. But then you're running into issues right there, but that's fine, because we can just use... We can actually just use slabs for this. Doesn't even have to be glass. Because it's just going up, it's not going down. Unlike ladders. And then... Yeah, okay. So that's how we would have to do it. And then the restock lines for this, atrocious. Atrocious. Yeah, because you have to have a rail line go. Ew. Yikes. Gross. Disgusting. Oh, man. Oh, gee, oh, geez. And then it's what? Then it's got to go. That doesn't even work. Because it needs to get the next hopper, like, right here. Yikes. It's so bad. Yeah, nah, yeah, nah, 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 yeah. Yeah, nah, nah, yeah. Uh, hmm. Hmm. Okay. New concept. New concept time. We do a torch tower off of the back or something. So we keep the hoppers in the back because we need that to be simple. Boom. And then this is allowed to be a torch tower. We would probably have to use a target block on the bottom of it. Yeah, we can do a torch tower. Doesn't matter that's like powering these. That's fine. We can figure it out. And then if we gotta bridge the gap. I wish there was like combo blocks. Like if I could have a slab rail, man, cooking. But instead we gotta do this stupid garbage right here, bro. Look how bad that is. Garbage. Gabaggio. Yeah, nah, yeah. Target block right there, I think. I don't like using target blocks, but I mean, what can you do? With a drunken sailor, I mean, come on. And then this would be the block that you moved. I mean, listen, this thing gives you 2 billion wool an hour. I guess I'm not allowed to complain too much. Well, no matter where I put this, it's, oh no, that'll work. Yeah, because this would only ever turn on 2 billion. Yeah, I mean, if you had, how many sheep was it? Well, it was 192 times 42. Yeah. It's 240, like, it's 240,000 wool an hour per sheep. So it's really, up to you. Yeah, so this would only be clocking. I mean, this would technically work. Is this acceptable, guys? Is this okay with you? We could do a lever right here for the powered rails. This would get a lot easier if we didn't have to use a rail line to restock, but I think a rail line to restock is going to be like the only way to go. Yeah, you'd have to build this stack. You'd have to build this going all the way around the sim distance of Sim 4, and then stack it from bedrock to build height to get 2 billion an hour, and then run it for an hour straight. Um, Possible. It's possible. And then as soon as you load the chunks, your game destroys itself. Like, it's gone. Also, yeah, we're using Bedrock tweaks. I have a list of all of the texture packs and whatnot that I use. It's pinned in the help channel in our Discord server. No, I don't think your computer will have a chance to melt. Because, no, it just won't have a chance. As soon as you load it, it just dies. New computer, new house. Burn down your house. You're gonna put the power plant out of commission if you try and load it. We should probably make sure that this works. Probably make sure this works. It doesn't work. This might be a little bit slower. I mean, I'm sure it is. Oh yeah, the villager trade tweaker is, or villager trade tweaks, villager. Yeah, the villager one. It's great. Yeah, whatever you call it, whatever the word is. Yeah, observers are gonna be a bit slower. Yeah. It's the only way to get a signal there, though. I lied. Oh, that's noticeably faster. That's like audibly faster. Okay, it's stupid, but it works. Right, so now how do you power this? Well, glad you asked. Just like that. Or really just like, no, not right there. Guess you could do it right here. I didn't say it was a good solution. Oh no, there's a good solution to this. Hold up, here you go. Slab. There you go. Okay. That's not horrible. It sounds nice. Can you get 1 billion wolves an hour? I mean, technically. Slash give. Slash give Silent Whisper wool. What's the max number that we can do? Not a valid number. Not a valid number. 32767. Ah. Okay, so you can run this command 20 times a second. You can get 1 billion wool an hour. Okay. But that just makes it a block taller. That's fine, actually. That's not so bad. I think that this is a acceptable compromise. Oh, this does make it a block taller, which means that we might have sunk below 2 billion, though. You can't stack the farm as tall anymore. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's try this again. Try it again, one more time. For the people in the back. Load up this lovely thing. That is on the chunk border. Perfect. Perfection. Let's go ahead and load this guy in. Did I not save it? What's that? Oh, I switched it to 2. I'm stupid. That appears to be the problem, everybody. This is on 1. It's supposed to be on 2. I apologize sincerely. Start over again. There we go. Okay. And now for this end one, are we still within the loaded chunks? We are. Sweet. And then this one doesn't even need to exist. Brilliant. So that should be all 16 of these. We love to see it, everybody. And then you have to do storage for all these as well. We won't worry about that right now. Oh, I didn't save it with a grown-up sheep in it? Come on. Rookie mistake. Okay, well, you know what? We need to figure out the power line for this either way. This looks pretty cool, though. You walk up to someone's world and they have this, you know they mean business, man. Have we lost the plot? No. I have all my faculties, like, right here. I have it right here. Here, that's the plot. Bam. We have everything that we need right now. Not losing any plots on my watch. I keep way too good a track of these things. My reaction speed is too fast. Never get it away from me. This is a little bit, it's a little bit silly. But I mean, you gotta take it to the reasonable extremes. Like, come on. There's actually a second design that I want to work on. I want to work on getting 1 sheep, 12 dispensers. I just think that would be a reasonable thing to achieve. Oh yeah, each one of these is also going to need one of these item sorters on it. We actually need to design this to be 3 blocks wide. So I think these... Is that possible? Might be a little bit... This is why these should be banned on our servers. Well, to a limit. I mean, you know, if someone's building this on the server, then obviously ban them. But I mean, you know... What am I doing? Here we go. Is that a Munchy Bunchy? Like, gasp. Okay, so the middle of this is going to be about right here. So this is where the line's going to be coming in. So each one of these is toggleable now, which is cool. We like that. Each one of these needs the 2 blocks behind it. The repeater. Oh no! Wait, no, yeah. I was thinking, oh, we could just power this block right here, but then, like, yeah. You see where that takes us. And it's not good. Hold up. Put all those in. Put all these in. Right, now what do we do? Well, now we do this. All the way across. Except, like, the 40 spots that I missed. Okay, that looks good on that side. Looks good on that side. Okay. And now, let's try clocking this, shall we? It's probably going to be a little bit of lag. You can't hear anything, though, so that's good. And then, if we turn off this one, it's no longer getting clocked. Beautiful. I love that. Okay, then. This is actually working out so well, everybody. It's working out so well. What makes this better than just shears and dispensers? You'll see. Stick around for a couple of minutes and you'll see why you'll never want another wool farm again. Okay, I promise. I promise. Give me like 5 minutes and you'll see why this can make like allegedly 2 billion wool an hour. That's not actually real science numbers. Don't quote me on that. But 1 billion wool an hour, that's definitely achievable. $1 billion, definitely 1 million though. Like 100%, you can get to 1 million wool an hour with this. Forgot to change the dye textures. Now the question is, okay, listen, you guys better start planning some projects for wool, all right? I want to see you doing map arts. Can't dye them when they haven't... Ugh. Okay, guess we're doing the line on the front of it. Maybe I should have figured this out on the individual module, so I don't have to build it 16 times. But, you know, I'm not really one for thinking. Or placing a straight line, apparently. Okay, where's the middle? This is the middle. So we need to... like a... Well, all of our trenches have a redstone torch in them. Like and subscribe, guys. See blinky lights and you're happy? Yeah, I mean, that's all you really need. Is this the middle? No, this is the middle. That was a block off, everybody. Can't be having that. Okay, all of these are powered. All of those ones are powered. Okay, so now we just have to wait for these guys to eat their wool. Yeah, just eat your wool, guys. Make sure to eat your wool. It's part of a balanced breakfast. Gray, black, brown. Yeah, yellow and lime. Should probably dye them before you get them in there. But I mean, they are redyeable, so I mean, you know, do whatever you want, I guess. Now, another smart thing to do would be to make the bone meal system also toggleable as well. So that way you're not wasting bone meal on regrowing these guys' wool when you don't actually want to be farming them, right? Okay, you're the last one here, Mr. Guy. Make sure you eat your wool. Here comes the airplane. Chugga chugga choo choo. Open wide. Gotta get your fiber. Come on. Vroom vroom. Sometimes they're just so stubborn. Can't do orange either. Oh my god, we didn't dye the white sheep. Ever played a sport? Not really, no. Oh my god, here we go. Yeah, I've never really gotten into sports too much. Or watching sports or any of that stuff. Yeah, how would you go about locking this? Because you kind of want it to be toggled to this, right? So if this isn't like powered, then you shouldn't also be able to put up the thing and grow them. But yeah, we have all the colors in here now. Okay, so in theory, we are now ready for a test run of this. I do want to get a proper structure block of this going. Get it right here. We're gonna go 70. It's too big, but whatever. 9 and 8. That's not good enough. All right, we're pretty far back. Yeah, that looks like it should do. Oh, right. No, this is 48 blocks, right? Not 64. Okay. My apologies, dearest viewers. Seem to have fumbled. Uh, full wool 1. We'll just save that. Because now I don't need to, like, go about regrowing these guys every time. Right, so we also need to put this down. I also kind of want an indicator light for if the thing is down. And probably the easiest way to do that is just going to be like, boom. So if this is on, then you know that you're like, shouldn't be doing that. All right, let's go. Resave the structure. I'm sure we can find a better way to do that, but you know. Okay. All right, we also gotta take this out. Run this whole thing all the way back out there again. And then I need a repeater. One repeater. But it can't be right there, apparently. Can't be right there either. You know what? We can just put it all the way over here. How about that? Where it belongs. I'm misclicking so much. Okay, that should do it. By scarring the poor sheeps? No! Automatically sharing them. They don't even notice it. Listen, they're 1 second they're loaded, the next second they're unloaded, and then 1 second later they're loaded again with 20 billion wool spraying out from everywhere. They've been sheared. They don't know what's happening. I don't know who Ronaldo is. Ronaldo? Don't know. Also, please do not spam the chat. Thank you. Okay. Let's run a 1-minute test of this, everybody. Or let's do a 30-second test. How about that? That seems safer and more reasonable. Let me get out my handy stopwatch right here. And boom. Not a soccer player. Yeah, I don't know anything about soccer, really. The sport or the athletes themselves or really any of that. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, 18 seconds. 19 seconds. 20 seconds. Wait a second. And stop. 29.83. Okay. Let's see how bad this is. Yes. Yes. This is what you like to see. This is what you want to see right here, everybody. This is why you run the farm. Check that out. The items haven't even fallen down yet. This is from a 30-second test, everybody. Let's go. Fantastic. The items haven't even fallen yet. Actually, the chunk hasn't even loaded yet. Oh, there they go. There we go, everybody. Check it out. That is so cool looking. All the items fall down. Brilliant. So good. Sure, we could speed this up a little bit if we have unloaded part of it. 30 seconds. 30 seconds of running the build. Let's get away from there. There we go. There we go. That seems to have fixed the issue. And now we have all of these items. Okay, so now we're going to go into survival mode. We have a clear inventory. We're going to do TP at E type equals item. Radius of 50 blocks straight to me. and let's just see what that inventory looks like. I think there should be more items on the ground. Oh, there they go. Yeah, here we go. I was like, man, that's only one inventory? That's crazy. Please excuse me while I put down some chests. Okay, we gotta sort all these items real quick, guys. I actually just lost a stack of wool from that as well, from the pick block. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, so you notice that we only have a couple different colors in our inventory. So if we just do this... That's a double chest. That's another double chest. Brilliant. We love it. Now we're starting to get into some of the darker colors. 3 double chests. Bro, 4 double chests. 5. Okay. Okay, around 6 double chests, but that was quite the lag, wasn't it? I think we're gonna do another one of these TPs. Is that it? Okay, so 5.5 double chests every 30 seconds of using the farm. Pretty good. So it took us 2 minutes to load that. That's crazy. Yeah, so that's why this wool farm is better than the other wool farms. That's why. A lot of spammers tonight. Please listen to the moderators. They appreciate it. I appreciate it. Everybody appreciates it. Just say your message, and then that's all you gotta do. Oh no, Honey said it first, Kula. That's why you gotta give the Coke. That's why. How's this not a duper? Well, you see, it sheared the sheep. So it's not duping because you actually sheared the sheep. And also, it's just fun. And look at that. A couple of these guys already ate their wool. Look at this. Who do you think is going to be the last one? Let's get some gambling going. Who's the last sheep to eat their wool? We have a lot of them. A lot of them still haven't eaten. Like, the entire left side hasn't eaten. We got dark gray on the right side. Otherwise, it's down to light blue, blue, and purple. Oh, yellow still. Oh, yellow just ate their wool. We are down to purple and dark gray. Which one among them will be the final 2 to eat? Or the final 1 to eat? Oh, no. Light blue is also not eaten as well. Speed this up a little bit. Who's it gonna be? Who's... Oh, dark gray has eaten their grass. Alrighty, it's down to our final 2 contenders, everybody. We got purple and light blue. Oh, it's purple! Unfortunately, that does mean you die. I don't make the rules. But it does mean death. Yes, unfortunately. I know. Tragic indeed. Should have eaten your fiber. It's really important. Gotta eat your fiber. Prevents, it's really helpful against preventing cancer. Against preventing cancer? Yeah. Yeah, you wanna fight cancer prevention. That's, yep. Yeah, this is a pro. No, stop. Frontier, welcome in. We are industrially farming sheep over here. Right, so, having a fun time over there. Why are you watching a stream? Yeah, go do what you're doing. We have a little bit of room that we can do a tiny bit of redstone with right here. 4 more purple sheep, indeed. 4 more purple sheep. Oh, no, it's not going to work, though. So, we need a way... How do we do this, guys? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We need a way to control this. Because, like, obviously right now you can determine what colors of wool that you want to get, right? Easy. Not even a problem, right? I color them wrong? What do you mean? I grabbed them from the creative inventory. Whatever color they are, that's what they are. I'm not colorblind. You're colorblind. Anyway, you're just distracting me. So like we can toggle each one of these. So you don't have to run all 16, which I think is really important because you saw how laggy it got. So we need a way to have this toggle right here, and then have it turn off the bone meal dispenser, because we don't want to be wasting bone meal every time, because every time this goes up, it uses a singular bone meal. And if we can optimize to get rid of that, I think that'd be cool. And it shouldn't really cost too much. Oh no, I just killed the sheep because he deserved it. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. It's gotta be a way to do it. You choose die the sheep is needed. Yeah, I mean that's why I'm thinking about doing the other design over there, the 12 dispenser one. Hmm. Yeah, well, no. Well, we could take from here. That doesn't matter. Although a bunch of these hoppers are powered right now, not ideal. Might want to bump those forwards a little bit. Interesting. But yeah, we could take from right here. I don't like that. Well, 6 of our hoppers being locked, I mean, it prevents lag, right? Prevents lag. They would only be unlocked as the farm is running. So you'd have to restock them as the farm is running. Not super ideal. Yeah, either way, this entire row right here wouldn't work. Okay, so we can take a redstone out of this. Yeah, there's no other issues on the right side. So if we take a redstone out of this, we can somehow send it down and then do something with it over here, I hope. Probably. Maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't want it to be too laggy. No. Definitely, definitely wouldn't want the build to be too laggy. That's for sure. Definitely. What does this do? What does it do? How does it do it? Oh, oh man. Uh, I'm trying to think about like this being inverted. Well, I guess if it's off. Now, either way, it's going to be on from this lever. You have to do this. Oh, no, because then you can't even do that because of the piston right next to it. Huh. Hmm. Shoot, man. Yeah, it being inverted. Because this right here is going to be constantly powered as the farm is running. But that does go into the unloaded chunks territory, so, like, maybe it's fine. Maybe that doesn't really matter. Like, see, either way, it's going to be powered or unpowered because of this torch. Which is why I think we'd have to invert it. And now we can get a signal out of it. There we go. Now we can get a signal out of it. Okay. That's fine. So if this is on, now we can do something with this. Okay. So if this is on, that means that this one here is constantly off. Okay. Okay, I think that's all we needed. So even if it goes up, this just sheared itself. Okay. Yeah, so it'll still go up, but it won't use the bone meal. If it weren't for this, then yeah, as you can see, it would use a bone meal. Every time you can kind of hear it. And you can see the particles. Yeah, okay. So I think that would work. I think that would work. Except now this lamp is always on. Oh no, because now you have the lamp right there and it powers the piston on the next one. No! So then where's the lamp go? Dang it! Why is this so difficult? Shoot, man. Bro. I mean, would you have to actually push it out like this to get it? No, because then, why is it so problem? I guess that's true. We can move where the lamp is. Well, now it's on. You see, that's the thing. Now it's on. This is always on if it's off. This is always going to be on either way. Just put it right here, guys. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it's got to have a lamp. I mean, it's mission critical technology to have a lamp right there. So you can't have the lamp be right here either, because that's always just going to be on. And it can't be touching there. Can't be right here, because like that's, again, the problem. Unless we put a torch and then another torch, and there's just like a lot of torches for no real reason. It should be easier than this, though. We also can't have a block right here that's get powered, because that's going to power this block right there. So we kind of have to work with this. I do like this being inverted. Was that a problem before? Oh, right. That's going to power that. That's fine, though. Because it's unloaded, right? Glass? I don't think glass would help anywhere. I'm not seeing it. We're so close, but we're so far away. That's like the typical situation, isn't it? Well, that would power it. See, we can't have any redstone next to the pistons, because it redirects into the pistons. Kind of annoying. Place that with the lamp. Oh. Oh, shoot. It still gets powered. No. We would have to go back to inverting this. But then see, now this one's always on or always off. That's clever, though. I like what you're thinking. But we need a way to do that that's different. I can come back to this after, like, off stream and try and refine some of the redstone. Because I know, like, this isn't difficult. I figured out the gold farm one. Gold farm one was a lot more compact of a space to figure out. It's just, it's always on. Urgh. That is a smart, though. That is a smart. Let's see, is there, like, anything else we can do here? We have such limited room to work with. Was that not a solution? Oh no, it's off when it should be on. That's the problem. I mean, there's always this one, I guess. I guess that'll work. Okay, also, if this doesn't have anywhere to bone meal the grass, then it doesn't consume the bone meal. Yeah, it doesn't consume the bone meal. Okay, that's great. Very helpful. So we need to drop these down. And now we know that, yeah, that's not gonna waste any bone meal. Okay, that's great. That's great. I'm glad there's, like, little niceties like that in the game that you just don't need to worry about. Don't need to optimize for, like, not bone mealing something when it shouldn't, like, get bone meal. You can just spam it. It's fine. That block with dust for the bone meal dispenser. Make that a lamp. This one. Nah, it's always on. I think, maybe this one. No, that one's always on from down here. Which means that you'd have to do, like, a repeater down there, and that's just expensive for no reason. Also, this needs to be inverted, doesn't it? Because you actually want this to be on when it's off. Wait a second. Has it been broken this entire time? Bro. No one, you guys weren't gonna tell me that? No one thought to tell me that? Come on. Come on. Okay, now the thing is off, which means that this is not gonna get bone mealed. Was that so difficult? Yes, actually, yes it was. And that one's still... It's powered from the interior torch. And this one's also powered. And then this is also powered. But, like... Oh, no, we can't have a redstone there anyway. Right, so... It would have to be... No, because we... Can't do that. Just can't do that in general. Oh, actually, we can have a redstone right there. That's actually fine. We can't have a redstone a block forward. This is where... Because that would line up with the pistons. Okay. Okay, This is taking too much time, guys. You see, I spend, like, obscene amounts of time trying to optimize, like, teeny tiny little itty bitty details like this that, like, nobody actually cares about. That's why my videos take, like, 9 years to make. Now, I'm thinking of another way to redo this anyway. So if we have our tool, and then our da-da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da. Oh, wait, hold up. Something about this is wrong. Yeah, I'm thinking of another way we can redo this redstone anyway. Which might means that all of that optimization that we just did, pointless. Well, that's kind of like the entire point of redstone. Just come up with something new that makes everything else that you did just completely obsolete entirely. So I think if we just did this, that would power all of our lower ones, and then somehow that would make the top one better. Allegedly. Like, maybe. I don't know, man. But now that means that we would have to have our piston, like, right here. Yeah, so this could be our on-off switch or something. Is that redstone simpler? I mean, it kind of seems like it. Get our little comparator clock out. Try this out and see what happens. It does clock everything. What's the locked hopper situation on this? It's actually only one locked hopper when the farm is off, so that's not so bad. Yeah, I need to do a gravity block, like a new gravity block tuber. It's going to look pretty similar to this, actually. The rates of that are also going to be wild. But we'll get to that in a few live streams. Basically, right now, I'm just focusing on doing a bunch of tutorials. And because there's not really much happening with the Minecraft news right now. It's kind of super boring with the Minecraft updates. The next update's literally like they're retexturing some mobs, guys. It's really not that not that crazy. Not the most interesting developments. Oh my god, look at that. We could optimize that. Could lock another hopper. Ugh. I don't really like the top of this. I guess I don't have a choice. That's where the redstone dust should be. You understand redstone? Yeah, redstone's complicated. I still need to do the redstone series too. How to learn redstone series, that's important. Okay. I mean, this is certainly simpler than the other one. And you can spam it. I think that was always an option, though. Okay, so we have one block to the right of this that we can actually do some redstone on. So we need to get our thing going to here, and then I think this would work. Because this block is only ever powered by this. So this is, I think this is simpler. Craftable name tags. Oh my god, craftable name tags. And then there was like one other change. What did they do? They did one other cool thing. Oh, the stonecutter thing. Yeah. What do you think about the mouse infestation? I mean, you can release them if you want, but like they're probably gonna come back. There's certainly no shortage of mice. And if you see a mice, you have more than one mice. Yeah. So like I've always just used the kill traps. Like I mean I've used so the worst thing about the like humane like live traps is that if you forget, which does happen a lot, people just forget that they have a humane like live mouse trap, and then you just starve the guy to death over the course of like days, which seems way worse than just like the instant snap ones, because those are 100%. Like it's instant. So if you remember, then that's one thing. But also, yeah, get a cat. Well, I feel like that's in between. That's less humane. They cats definitely play with their food a lot. That's definitely borderline torture as well. Are we good here? I don't want to tear this down. And then build up the new one. I don't like how this has 2 redstone on top. I don't like that. Oh, whoa! Thank you for the super chat. Euros. It's like super late for you, isn't it? What's happening? I'm doxing your time zone. It's 3:50 a.m. in Europe. Somewhere in the Europes. I don't know what Europe time zone. There's a bunch of time zones. One of them, it's late. Either way, but thank you so much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Hopefully you're doing well. How can we make this better? Yeah, all of Europe. Now, isn't there like there's a bunch of different time zones? Europe is like wide. It's wide. Because we can't just do that. And we can't just do this, because then that won't power this dispenser right here. Kind of important. Scotland. 3:50 in the morning, yeah. 3:50 in the UK, yeah. It's too many, yeah, it's late. Okay, so I do want it to just be this. That seems ideal. And the only way to do that would be to lower this down a block to get it back into symmetry. No? Raise it up by a block. That's what I was trying to do. There we go. And now we gotta redo everything else. And this is like, oh. Now we're just going down. Now we're just going down. The cat is still just snoozing on the floor. I don't know what he's doing. He's just having a good old time. Hmm. Every mouse that dies, one shall live, but deported to the woods. I mean, it's fair, I guess. Yeah, to set a reminder or something like every day to check the live traps. You don't want to leave them. That just sounds cruel. It sounds crueler than like instant death, right? I think it is. Anyway, so I mean, obviously this thing works pretty well. You saw the lag that it generated. I've kind of gotten distracted for like the last 30 minutes trying to optimize a teeny tiny bit of redstone, which doesn't really need to be optimized, but you know, that's kind of what I waste my time doing anyway. It's not really a waste of time. I think it works out pretty well. So we'll modify that little bit of a redstone. I'm pretty happy with how the front of this thing has turned out. I mean, this is pretty simple and straightforward. Good, clean item collection. Nothing to see there. Maybe it would be cool to put this lever like up higher. That way you could walk up some stairs on the back of this, go straight over the top, flick that to regrow the wool. You kind of have to walk along this thing just to see them regrow anyway. So maybe you would want to be out front. Maybe you'd want to stand like over here. I don't know. And then item collection is a thing that we've not thought about at all, but maybe we should, because that's going to have to be a thing that we think about. How to send all the items into a singular water stream straight to the AFK spot over here, and you can just like put them in chests yourself manually. How about that? Does that sound good? That sounds good to me. Because then you, like, this is the other option. This is the other option that I'm giving you. It's not a good option. I don't recommend this option. However, all of our items are actually already lined up. Miraculously, all of our items are just lined up on the very edge of the block. That kind of just happened to work out with the gold farm too. So we can just have our items in the water streams go right across the edge of the hoppers, and it'll just work Because if you set them down the middle of the stream, they're going to fall into the actual, like, bounding box of the hopper itself. But if you set it along the very edge of the water stream like that, then they go right over the edge of the hopper. They can scoot all the way down. So that's pretty sweet. But yeah, you're going to need quite a bit of item storage. Quite a bit. No, I mean, just spam them into a shulker box loader. Just auto-clicker it. And I think it'll work out great. You can sort them out later. You got plenty of time to sort them out while you're AFKing and running the farm. Anyway, yeah, I'll come back and optimize that. I think it's going to be pretty simple. I wanna get it cheaper and easier to build, kind of like this one, because like the look of the build matters a lot. I find, like, this looks incredibly simple. This right here looks silly. You can't see through the build. Like, if you can't see what's happening with the redstone, then it feels more complicated. But everything right here is just like, oh, it's literally 1 block wide. Like, it's fine. But yeah, I'll have a tutorial out probably for this sometime next week. I feel like we've kind of gotten to the point of it where it's like there's not really much left to do besides optimize a little bit of redstone. I could probably have this recorded in the next couple of days. Probably work on this a little bit tomorrow. Oh, you know what? I did want to do this one though. Shoot, man. I wanted to get this working because I wanted to use this as like the first tutorial. Because this is like the easy one. Maybe I can probably figure this out off stream now. But I mean, this is going to be really easy as well. I can pretty much just take everything that we learned from this one and kind of chuck it into here. Maybe, like, exactly. Because this is just going to be a single sheep farm that you can use 12 dispensers with. That's the entire concept of this one. How do we do this? That's what I thought. Oh, I think it's on the near edge, not the far edge. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. Oops. My bad. Will that work? Maybe, maybe not. We want to try getting some shears in this. Yeah, so this would be like the first little tutorial that I released. This already has shears in it. And this would be really quick single sheep build. That does work? That's crazy. Simple item storage. And then if you want different colors, you just like dye the sheep. And then this would be like the follow-up tutorial where it's like, okay, you're going crazy. Like, what are you actually doing with your life? Stop it. Get some help. That one also works. That's crazy. We should try this top one. That still works. Insane. Yeah, so as you can see, you can very easily get a 12 dispenser farm going. And, I mean, that would give you twice the rates per sheep. But this goes right on the corner of a chunk. But this is really easy to optimize. So we would do the same exact thing with this. We would have our dirt and our dry. And then I would just... I think I'd feed him right here. Yeah, so we'd like get our shelf right here. Unfortunately, he does have to die. Also, what is this? A birch shelf? Blech! Get out of here. Disgusting. Never asked for that. Nobody wants that. Maybe that needs to go a block higher, like that. I have the hitboxes showing. It's from the lovely add-on called Canopy, which we've been using on the last couple of live streams to have some of the cool features, like bounding boxes, which has turned out to be incredibly helpful for this one specific build where you really need bounding boxes shown. Okay, so this would be how we set up the farm. Gonna put the boat in there, and then I think we want the boat on like that side. There we go. Get this dude in there. Boom. And then if we flick the lever down here, flick the lever, Kronk, that will do the thing. We'll give this another chain so we don't lose items. Go ahead and speed this up. He should go ahead and eat that. There he goes. Let's try this out real quick, actually. Well, I mean, while we're here, like, we may as well, because I just designed this in, like, all of, like, 60 seconds. Really isn't that big of a deal. Oh, right, all the, redstone for this is a problem, isn't it? Also, I got an air purifier, because I realized my air was kind of gross in here. And now you can totally hear it on the background when I talk, when it's running. So that's cool. Gotta turn that thing off. Yeah, you could totally hear it at the start of the last stream. I was like, oh, that's horrible sounding. What's happening? Who said this was a good idea? Nobody noticed. Nobody said anything. Because I couldn't hear it, but... Because my voice plays back through my headphones now, which I never used to do. But now I do, because it's kind of helpful. Yeah, I did not pick that up. Okay. That should work fine. It's really quite janky redstone. It goes. I can hear it. Most people can't even hear me. I'm bro. Whatever. I talk plenty loud. Air purifier in the background was turned off right now. Actually, Casper, Mister, I have to turn my TV up to 30%. 30% doesn't even sound that high. Hoppers with shears, yeah, maybe we could, but like, you only get that if you watch the video. You watch the full tutorial. You're not getting that on a live stream. Sir, if you could go ahead and eat your fiber. And when the ads come through, they're blasting. Well, blame that on YouTube. That's not me. I don't control that. Or get YouTube Premium. Boom. Roasted. Ow. Get Premium Scrub. Yeah. Yeah. What she said. Are you gonna eat your thing? Oh my god. 203, welcome in. Half the volume of other streamers? I don't even know. Like, it's literally maxed out. I mean, I can do this right here, but like, I don't think that probably helped that much. Yo, he ate the thing. Texture packs do I use? I have a list of all the texture packs in the Discord server that you can check out. Okay, let's run this. I want to get my timer going for a second here. Hold up, where is it? Where is it at? Boom. We're gonna run this for 29 seconds because I accidentally ran it for like a quarter of a second. I don't talk louder than an air purifier. I mean, this thing's loud, man. When it's on turbo, yeah. Spotify Premium? Bro, why would you do that when you can do a YouTube Music Premium? I don't know anything about any of this, to be real. I'm just making stuff up out here. 29 seconds. I feel the lag of the items. Yeah, check that out. I was trying to end the stream like 20 minutes ago, and then I got distracted by this thing. Okay, full inventory. And 2 stacks. That's from 30 seconds, though. That's pretty good. That should be pretty good. These all have shears in them, right? Yeah. I mean, that should be pretty good, I think. Nice. Okay. Well, then. Yeah, so there'll probably be a tutorial out for, like, this little doodad and, like, a few days. Probably still take me, like, a week to make that video. And then I'll save this for the follow-up. Because this is obviously way more advanced, right? You know, you want to have, like, the easy, like, little intro level farm for people. And then you want to have, like, the big boy farm. The serious, the manly farm. Hold up. I got something for this. 1 second.
The manly farm.
Yeah, the manly farm. The manly farm. The manly farm. The overachiever. Yeah, 100%. Okay then. Well then, I will catch you guys in the next live stream, because this is where we're ending the live stream now. Go follow us on the YouTube and the TikTok and the Instagram and the Discord server. Join the Discord. We have a great community, bunch of fan servers. We do some community events, usually every weekend or so. I should probably double check if we have any tomorrow, because allegedly we do them on Sundays now. We probably might. Anyway, we're going to end by rating someone as we always do as well. So stick around for a moment. We're going to head on over to another live stream. Who all we got here? We got Joe Hills streaming from Hermitcraft 11. You guys know the deal. Go drop by their channel. Tell them where you came from. See what they're up to. They're building a new mini game on the server. And here is the link to Joe Hill's stream in the YouTube chat as well. But yeah, go say hi, everybody. I'll see you guys over there. And on all the social platforms. If you want to see more live streams, then definitely join the Discord. That's where we got the best notifications, because you'll get a ping. Only get pinged when I'm streaming. And then Twitch and YouTube notifications don't work that well. But you can subscribe on the YouTube.